Okay, so we're going to be changing our footnotes to endnotes. You can see that this is the beginning of my footnotes on the second page, technically, and then we scroll down. I don't have anything in my conclusion on the last page, but this is the last of my footnotes. And so we want to convert the footnotes to endnotes and then start them on a new page so they're by themselves, and then make the formatting correct. So on any of the footnotes, we're going to right click, and we're going to get a option and a bunch of options, and we're going to go to no options. And then there's a button right here that says convert. It's going to ask you if you want to convert all footnotes to endnotes, and of course we want to. And we're going to hit insert. And so now it converted all of our footnotes to endnotes. But there's two problems that we have now. Is that we want it to start on its own page, and we also don't want these black bars right here. So to start on a new page, here's where my conclusion starts. This is the very last sentence. So we're gonna put our cursor like right after the period, highlight right after the period, and go to layout. Yep, and then breaks. And the very first option asks if you want to do a page break. So we're gonna do that. And then we have this kind of extra space right here, and we can't do much about it. We can hit backspace once to take out some of the spacing, but if we hit it like one too many times, then it's just going to go back to how it was. So we're just going to have to deal with this little extra spacing. We can fix it a little bit by just turning down the size to 1, and now it's much smaller, and making sure that it's at least one spacing, but that seems to be messing up my conclusion, so let's just not do that. So we technically fixed that problem, and so now we need to get rid of the black bars. So we're going to go to View, and then go to Draft, and now we can't see our endnotes, so we're going to fix that by going to References and say Show Notes, and now we can see all of our endnotes right here. And then, so in this section where it says Endnotes and we're in all endnotes, if you click on it, it's going to have a drop down menu, and it says Endnote Separator. So we're going to click on that, and we have the black line right here. So we're going to double click it and hit delete. And then we also want to get rid of that continuous separator that we saw on the new page. We're going to do the same thing, double click and delete. And if we go back to View and Print Layout, we can see that all the black lines are gone. And so now all that's left is going and making these double spaced in between each new footnote. So you can go through all those. And then one more option that I don't know if he's requiring or not is that we can make the endnotes like this one, number 3. We can make it hanging, so we can highlight all of them and go to Paragraph and do Special and Hanging. And it's going to do 1/2 inch, and it kind of looks a little bit weird considering that all these are 10-point font. So ultimately we could make it look a little nicer by going back to the paragraph, and where it says 1/2 inch, we replace that with 25. Make it a 1/4 inch instead, and it makes it look a little bit nicer considering its font size. But I don't know if he's requiring that or not, but that should be it.